What's up, you wild tigers? This is episode 17 of the Hero Show. Today's hero is Connor Kenway. Connor Kenway is the man, the myth, the legend. He's one of my favorite heroes because he just does what needs to be done. And I love it so much. So Connor Kenway is an assassin. He was born into a Native American family. But he was half white, half Native American because his father is a Templar. And as he grows up, he gets involved with Templars burning down his home, and things happen to him, and he gets a vision saying that he needs to find a symbol, and it's the symbol of the assassins. So he goes finds it. And when he does that, he meets Achilles. And Achilles used to be the assassin mentor of the American colonies. Now, he doesn't want to train Connor. He doesn't want to train anyone to be an assassin. He just doesn't feel like it's right. It's time for the assassins to end. It's over, blah, blah, blah. There's no need for it. But Connor does not give up. He continues to go day in and day out. And then eventually Achilles says, I will train you. He teaches him about Ezio and everybody else, about the order, and about sailing, and about all this awesome stuff. And then Connor goes and trains and kills his targets and brings peace and freedom to people in the colonies. And he dons the suit and becomes a master assassin. Connor had probably the most epic suit ever. I love it. I love it so much. So there's a lot of lessons I love about Connor. One is his stoicism. He just does what needs to be done and just keeps doing it day in and day out. He doesn't complain about it, doesn't get tired, doesn't do anything that he's like, oh my god, I have to wake up, he just does it. He trains really hard, he works out, he gets the job done, does his lessons, he moves on. He doesn't really show his emotions enough because he knows his emotions are his weakness and he must just focus on what he has to do. So he keeps going. He keeps going after it, and he keeps doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. I really love that because I did that when I started my journey. I just did it and kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. I just didn't stop. Why would I stop? Now it's a little bit harder for me. I still do it. I still go and go and go, but sometimes I get tired, and it's hard. I never realized, like, damn, but I still go day in and day out. It's like, bring it. But I understand now when you get, like, tired and you're like, fuck. But, hey, that's what we do. We just keep going. I love Connor because he tries to bring together his family. He tries to bring together the assassins and Templars. He tries to bring together the colonies and the Americans. He goes, there's no need for this war, this fight against each other for thousands of years. We really just want the same thing. We just do it in different ways. Why can't we just come together and find compromise? Or just find a way to, unite. Or literally fighting for the same thing. Connor says that to his father, and he goes like, why are we doing this? And why do you have to be this way? Haytham has his own way, and Washington has his own way, and they all have their own ways. And Connor's like, we don't have to do this. So he fights. He fights to bring them together. He fights to unite people. He goes around. He tries to recruit people and go, we should do this way, and then. But he ends up failing. It doesn't work out. Haytham fights Connor. Connor has to kill his father, and it just doesn't go well. But Connor still believes that there can be peace, and that what he sees with the assassins will happen one day. And that maybe one day they can come together and realize that they were only fighting for the same thing. Or at least, that's what they want. But we all know that the Templars, in their own ways, have a bad view of the way they want to do it. They don't have complete control. And when you have complete control, there's always going to be freedom taken away. And if you have one complete freedom, there's always going to be chaos. They're both in its own, bad and good. They're not black and white. So maybe this war needs to always happen. But the scale can't tip to one side. That's the bad part. When too much good, then there comes complete destruction of evil. Too much evil, and then good will rise because it's what it does. But a balance, and they just live naturally. Conflicts will happen, but there won't be complete chaos and war. So maybe one day you can achieve that, but we'll see. Because in the end, he feels like even though he achieved freedom for everybody, it wasn't for everybody. It was freedom for the white men, but in the game, you see that they're slaves, and he sees that his mission is not complete. Until everybody's free, then he is done. So he feels sad about it, and it gets to him. He goes, like, I couldn't complete my goals. I couldn't complete my mission, but I'm not gonna stop. Nothing's gonna stop me. That's what I love about him. He says, I will never give up. And then Charles Lee, when he fights him, he says, why do you keep going after me? What is it? Why? And he says, because no one else will. That's why I have to. And I love that. I love that so much. And that's why I do what I do. I do it for multiple things and why I am who I am. But the main thing deep down, and I go, because no one else will. I have a grand vision and no one's going to create that. I have these things I want to do. No one else is going to do it. So I have to do it. No one's going to have the same passion, desire, tenacity that I have. So I will go out there and do it. Is it going to be easy? No. We know that. Connor goes through many trials. He loses people. He loses his family. He gets hurt. He gets stabbed. But he keeps going. And the thing I love about Connor is he's a very stoic person. And people didn't like him because he was too, like, I guess, quiet or too, like, I'm gonna do this, and not showing very much emotion. But when you do the homestead missions, when you bring the, like, group together, community, and they start doing these things, you see a side of Connor that's so loving and caring and compassionate. And you go, he has feelings. He's happy. He loves doing this. He loves seeing people. Yeah, even though his family is gone, his tribe is gone. Just like Ben Aang when he lost his Air Nation, like it kills him, and he's just so sad. And it's like, why? I just wanted love and peace. I wanted to be there with my mom, but again, he just keeps going. And as much as you can say a lot of things about Connor, I know one thing: he knows what he sees, and he's gonna go do it until he dies. Achilles didn't believe in the order, but he believed in it. And I love that so much. Same thing happens with Ray. People don't believe in it, but she says, I do, and I'm going to fight for it. He believes that the world can be free, like the Americans. Even though the Templars thought of something else, he did help win. He fought with the Americans, and they won. And there's freedom, not for everybody, but one day there will be. And he believes that the assassins is the right way, even though he was wrong most of the time. He says, I still know. I still see the vision, and we're going to make it happen. It's going to happen no matter what. I love that so much. I love the idea that you have something, a mission, a goal, a dream, something you want to do, and people don't believe in it, and you keep failing. I say, keep going. Why not? You have one life. Go make it happen. Go do it. Oh, God, Connor's one of those people that you look and you go, damn, I wish he was real. Hey, they're home. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on Connor. I hope you guys learn a lot from him. You should play Assassin's Creed 3 if you haven't. It's a really good game. My favorite quotes from any Assassin's Creed game is nothing is true and everything's permitted. It's so great. It speaks a multitude of volumes. And one thing I want to talk about is what Assassin's Creed has meant to me, especially the third one. It's been like the guiding force of my values in life. Isn't that crazy? It's the idea that we should strive to do more for people around us, and we should strive to be more and do more and achieve more and learn more, and to learn from other people, not just, but not to listen to them and always take their advice, but to be guided by them, but to only look to ourselves for our own answers. Like Connor, he had Achilles, but Achilles doesn't really teach much. He has all these things around him, but he realizes he just has to make his own answers. He has to do what he needs to do. And I love it so much. Yeah, and in the end, Connor realizes that he has to make compromises, but that he will keep fighting till the end, and he will keep going. Because that is his path. That's the road he walks. And that is the assassin way. To bring peace and love to everyone. Done.